Okay. No, finally got something to talk about. We talk about all the damn time. What is being a bad boy? This is one of the conversations that people like to have. That it's like, oh, how do you become a bad boy? There was a video I watched, like maybe 15 seconds of it. I watched a lot of these videos. And they always talk about the same thing. They always say, bad boy. Always. I always say, what do you mean by that, bad boy? Well, men that just they don't care for women. It's like, that's what they think bad boys are. Oh, you're not respecting women. Oh. Okay. All you little, pussies out there, being nice and all. Okay. Rule of thumb. A lot of these things happen to a lot of different guys because being a man is taking charge. Nice guys don't take charge. Nice guys don't take charge. If you ain't working and making money and taking charge of the life, doesn't matter what else is happening. When I took charge of my life, I started lifting more weights. I started eating better now. I'm starting to do better things for myself. I don't pay attention to the women as much. Why? Because I ain't got fucking time to worry about a bunch of hundreds of girls I see in a year's time. Because I go to a damn gym, I see an enormous amount of single women from fucking ages, probably 16 to 25. Why I say 16? Because, a lot of girls come in at 16. So, even though I can't do nothing, but that's not the point. The point is I see so many women that are just full-blown attraction. And all I see is a bunch of dudes trying to pick up a whole bunch of women. There's so much pussy out there. Because, being at the age gap that I'm at, it's just a lot of women. Now, guys, well, anyway, let's go back to it. So I went to the gym on Tuesday. I haven't been in the gym for a while now, so I'm trying out some new workouts. I'm doing what I call exhaust reps, right? I just do reps and reps and reps and reps and reps of a good weight that keeps my muscles balanced where they're not fucking tearing massively quick, or I don't have the energy to do it, more than like 4 times. More or less likely I'm doing it like 50 times, whatever. Worked out good, got massive good pump, tore some muscle fibers and that. Went home happy, did full body exercise in my legs, in my calves, in my back, in my chest. Just going AWOL. Did some arms, did some triceps. And all I see like these dudes. This one guy was showing off. Skinny dude in good shape. Showing off in front of this girl. Now, this is how you work out. Dude, all this fucking bullshit. This bitch is fake laughing the whole entire time. She's like, oh yeah. Butterface ass girl. But you look, she had a nice body. That's the fucking guy with a cream in anything. And I looked at her and was like, and then she looked at me from the side, instantly compared me to him. Saying, oh, well, he's, in her mind, she's probably thinking oh, he's pudgy now, but he's got big arms and he looks like he's strong. Just because I'm strong, I look strong, it's instantly more attractive looking. That dude gave me this weird ass fucking look. Upset with, because he wasn't getting all the attention. You know why you weren't getting attention, dude? Because you were giving too much attention. The dude had to be at least around my age, probably in his late 20s. I gave no fucking... I looked and then I walked the fuck away. And it's the biggest thing is I've noticed with a lot of men, especially when they're younger than that, stop worrying about getting women. What? No. Just worry about your damn self. Because once you worry about yourself, women flock to strong leadership role males. They're going to ask, do you work full time? Or how much money do you make? Are you constantly working? You know, that's just the basics of it. They're like, okay, are you strong? Women always like strength. They always go towards strength. So if you're weak, girls don't like weakness. They might like you because your attraction is available as of right now because you might be young and skinny and that and whatever it is. But they're not gonna date you. They're gonna play around with you. They're gonna fuck around with you. I know so many guys. When I was younger, and I did the same thing. And I'll tell you what, dude, it's all the same shit. When you stop giving attention, you will get attention. Like I promise you, it always works. Especially nowadays. People don't believe in love as much as they believe in just a list. People believe in a list. Man got a list for a woman, and a woman's got a list for a man. I have to say, the man's list pretty small. Man, like 5 or 6 things. A woman's list, man, they got an enormous amount of bullshit. Every time I look at any girl's list on TikTok and that, from watching like other people talk about this stuff and that, it's like outrageous. I can't have this. You can't be like this. You can't do that. And it's like, that's why you're single. It's like, you ain't single. Just because, you know, you're not attractive. Your attraction has nothing to do with it. There's girls 10 years younger than you. If you're 30, girls 10 years younger than you. They're going to be more worth it. That's just how it is. It's why when girls like say, "Oh, go for bad boys," and that, there's a strategy behind all this. It's not that they're bad boys. They just don't care. It's pretty simple. They just don't care. I don't care. If a girl talks to me and you know they talk about their life and that, I just talk to them. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, oh yeah, this." I mean, I'll have a conversation with them, but that's all far as it goes. I don't think, "Oh, you look so beautiful today," constantly giving this gratification of attraction, and a new girl comes up, "You look so beautiful today," and that's what it is. All of you look good, to a certain extent. No one's fucking special. You say all these girls are attractive looking. No shit, dummy. So I was watching a video of that, and they always say, "Don't be a nice guy." You know, it's like, okay, we're gonna clarify what's nice and what's bad. Being a gentleman is not being a nice guy. A nice guy means you're overly throwing too much emotions out. And since women are more emotional creatures, to a certain extent, if a man gives the same emotional output as a woman, guess what? That woman's not gonna fucking like you as a man. That's how it works, period. Don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's exactly how it works. That's why you have so much dating problems. Why the dating pool is so small. It's not because men don't have all this fucking money, and it never matter about all this. As long as you got a job and that, you be like, pay for fucking dates and shit or whatever. That's all you need. The only time that I've noticed that most women tend to fall for the whole love thing is when they first date someone. That first man can wreck a woman's emotions, and it makes them go for guys that don't have so much of it because they don't want to feel that pain as much anymore. That's why, when you date someone, make sure you like them. Make sure that man is qualified, because most men are not qualified at young ages because they just don't know it enough. Some of them are because they got good fathers and that, so they show them the ropes. Most of the times they don't. I was never taught really the ropes. But the ropes are pretty easy. Exercise, get a job, be comfortable with yourself, love yourself, have confidence, and ask older men, how to do things. Or ask older women. Older women love to teach younger men how to do certain things, especially when you are, in your 20s and shit, and you haven't really done much. I promise you, a MILF will tell you how to do lots of different things. I got taught quite a few things from listening to, some of these milfy sugar mamas and that. They're going to tell you. Because they don't want you to walk around blindfolded. Of course not. But yeah, there's no such thing as the bad boy in that. That term is so fucking retarded. It's just like saying the earth is a globe. Shit's flat, dude. There's no such thing as bad boy. There's just guys that are on a mission to do what they need to do. When they want something, they go after it. That's pretty much it. It's like my face hasn't changed. My body's changed maybe a little bit. The only thing that's changed a lot with me is my personality now. Guess what? Women attract to me a lot more. It's not because I got bigger shoulders and I have bigger arms and shit. Nothing to do with that at all. All I got to do with is my personality, how I look at things. Number one, how you talk. So how do you talk to someone that you're interested in? If you're a single guy, how do you talk to a person? I flirt around with everybody. But then again, what do you mean by flirting? People think, well, flirting is about, that you want to get in their pants. Actually, I don't. I'm just pleasant. But I don't give massive amount of compliments for no fucking reason. That's the number one thing that most guys do. If I really like someone, I'm like, yeah, it's like, you look really good today, Or, or if they really do like me, I compliment on, on their butt or something like that. Because, girls that work out their ass a lot want to be complimented on their butt. So like, oh, you look really good in those pants. People think, oh, that's just disrespectful. Yeah, and that's why you don't get it. It's like you want to give out compliments that are appreciative. Who doesn't want to have a body compliment? The girl says I have a nice butt, it makes me happy. Like, oh yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. That's the whole point. Compliments are good. You just don't touch. That's the other problem. You can compliment, but how do you say it? You have to say it in a non-perverted way. But that's the hardest part. Is to say it in a non-perverted way. It's how you say things. So like, for instance, a guy that's overly confident or false confidence with himself. So one of the guys at work in that, he said something to one of the girls at work. Now, I have nothing against this person now, but what he said was fucking dumb. This is why I talk about people, not because I dislike them, it's because it has the rules and things that they're breaking that just sound really fucking fishy. So anyway, so a girl comes in with a tank top, she's got big boobs and that, her boobs are jiggling or whatever that it is. And the guy says, oh, did you come in for me? Is that why you wear that tank top? Number one, what the fuck? No one gives a fuck about you, bro. Because they get this false pretense that women wear certain things because they show that they like a guy through their clothing and through how they look. But they have to look at you first, dummy. You have to be notice of it. It's not like you're just walking in and be like, hey, your tits are jiggle. No, you're dumb. That's not how it works. No, that's not how it works at all. But people think that shit. So the guy said some stupid ass shit like that, and the other girl, you know, she was just like confused, like, what the fuck? You're giving out a really weird compliment when she actually does not like you, but you want to assume that she likes you because your brain is stupid. Quote, dum-dum. I get away with all that because these girls are attracted to me, and I don't look at them as a piece of meat. I don't care. I don't care if the hottest girl in the world, whatever. I don't care if Taylor Swift came over my house with her baby eating ass. Don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but bitch be crazy. Anyway. She's butt ass naked from me. I wouldn't do her. I'm like, dude, don't you like the way I look? I'm like, yeah, you look like every other girl. Literally, you look like every other woman. So what separates all these women other than their body? No, I mean, does their body separate everything? No, you all look the fucking same. I mean, there's barely any difference besides thicker bone structure and boobs and ass. And maybe your face structure might be slightly cuter than another girl's. It's your personality. It's how you do things. That is the number one thing that separates a lot of people. And all these girls that do all this stuff and they're like, I'm a prize. And a girl comes up, I'm a prize. You got hundreds of girls coming in, I'm a prize, I'm a prize, I'm a prize, I'm a prize. And you got one dude that wants to, say, okay, they want one dude. You got, say, 1,000 girls want one dude because he's just perfectionate. He's sexy, he's confident, he makes good enough money to have a good lifestyle now. And then all of a sudden, what? How would he choose from all of these girls now? My personality, he asks questions. What do you like to do? And a lot would be like, well, don't you like the way I look? I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with... I'm not even kidding you. It's like, they matter so much. Some guys do this, but most guys don't. Most guys, like... It's like when I lift weights, I look at the mirror and that at the gym and I want to check out how bulky I am. I want to see what results I'm getting after I'm getting a good pump in. Some people might be like, well, you're just doing that because you want to check yourself. Well, no, shit, I want to check myself out. It's what who doesn't want to check themselves out? Girls don't wear those fucking yoga pants and have their asses hanging out just because they want people to not look at them. They want people to look at them. That's 100%. It's a full-on lie. Say they don't want to. They do. They love it. They love it. They'll exercise bent over half the time. Go to a gym. They'll sit at the Smith machine for like 2 hours. 2 fucking hours. Just sitting there. They'll do a little bit of exercise. They'll do their little deadlifts, have their squat bent over, and then they'll look around. They want to see who's attracting. Not even joking. I've done it before. I've seen it. It's fucking priceless. You go, I'm not going to know. You go to the gym to get the hot guy. You go to the gym to get the guy that's not paying attention. I'm not going to compliment you because there ain't nothing to compliment. Now, if you came up to me and actually had a good-ass conversation and came up to me and was legitimate, yeah. You have to say, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm doing good. It's like, oh, you look pretty buff. I'm like, yeah, I like to work on that. That conversation will make me more attracted to you than throwing your ass in my face. You want to know why? Because it's not... real men don't fall for that. I see plenty of ass in my days. I don't need to see another piece of ass. I want a personality. I want something that I can attach my mind to. And obviously I want something to be healthy in that. You can't just play video games and be unhealthy. Yeah. I like healthiness. I like to work out. So guess what? I want the woman that I like to be healthy enough to work out. I want her to have a good status symbol, as in when people look at her, you're having mostly guys attract to her. I want every dude that attracts to my woman. Why? That just means I'm manly enough to get her. And that other man, and well, look at this is what the false thing about men. Men get jealous and upset when their woman gets looked at. I say, you know why your woman gets looked at? It's because that woman, that's what the guy wants. If a guy wants your woman, it means she's good enough to have multiple guys want her. Which means she's a damn good woman. She's got good personality in that, and she's fun. She's talkative. She's sexy. Every guy's gonna want her. Same thing with girls. If I flirt around with one girl, all other girls want to be attracted to me. Why? Because they see that. Why is that girl like that dude so much? They're flirting around a lot because they want the same thing. We all want the same thing. We all want someone to be with us. It's just plain and simple. People can argue about it about money. I don't need to flip a fucking dime to get a girl that attracts me. Just don't. Just prove it. I always bring back the girl from Taco Bell. Why I always bring her back? Because it just proves exactly. I don't need a dime. She took me home. She took me places. Not a lot, but she always took me home. That we always she always bought stuff for me and that, whatever that. Because it's something that most women don't do unless they really like someone. They see someone that has. They're in the high percentile of attraction, they're gonna do everything possible, proven everything possible to get that man. If the man full on fucking rejects them and says, no, I don't want to do nothing with you, I just like talking to you and that. Or my case, oh, you got a boyfriend, I'm not gonna do nothing with you. This woman tried so hard. And don't get me wrong, it was nice, it was fun, I learned a lot, but she tried so hard that she didn't have the guts to tell her boyfriend at the time that she was making out with another dude in the car. That's why she was always home late. And she's still with this dude. Why? She didn't care about my personality. She didn't give two fucks about me. All she cared about is that she thought I was attractive looking, and that was it. So it's saying looks better. Looks are terribly overrated. And what I mean by that is people attract to looks too much for sexual orientation, way more than personality. And this is what the problem is. Because then they start to think you're attractive looking. They put you in this category. They instantly think because you're good looking, you're trying to bang everybody that you're talking to. This is why I have problems. Why I don't get close to any women. I'll flirt, but I cut off my emotions. I'll throw down some nice lingo in that. All it starts out to say DoorDash girl comes in. I got 4 DoorDash girls I flirt around with. Actually, 5. Another one came in. She's pretty cool. She's actually really nice looking. She got a nice little body on her. Anyway, so I have, and they're all single mothers. The 3 that I see a little bit more than the other 2, they're all single mothers. So I flirt with them, and they know the gist. So I talk to them, hey, how you doing? That blah blah blah. One of them I actually got to know her name and that. She's a pretty cool, person that. But this one was actually up front. She said, you don't want to date me because I'm ruined. I'm like, what do you mean by that? She's like, well, I just think, guys shouldn't date a girl that been with a couple of guys and that. I don't know how many guys that she's been with. But, she's a little bit older than me. So I think she's 40, somewhere there. And she's like, I got a kid and that. And sometimes these women just stop dating. Got a big ass moth in my room. But the thing is, they stop dating because at that age, it's just nothing but a booty call because they know that they have kids. So she was super cool in that. I got her name. Her name's Danielle. Super cool. We had a brilliant conversation about her life and that. And I talked about myself and that. That's why I do it. And that's it. And sometimes it's just appreciation. People say, oh, it's being a nice guy. Actually, I didn't compliment her at all. I just asked how her day was doing, and that was it. I wasn't like, hey, baby, how's your day doing today? No, I was blanked as fuck. I was unemotional. I'm like, oh, hey, how's your day doing today? Soft-toned voice, just like I talk to everybody else that needs to be talked to, And She gave me a smile. I gave her a smile back. So, was it attraction? Probably was. Could I made a move on her? I guess. Would it really matter? Not really. Because I don't care. Is she attractive? Yeah. She's got great, she's got a great body on her now. She takes really good care of herself. She's got, kind of wide hips and that. She's got thick butt on her now. And she looks good. And other guys, they would drool all over that shit. Constantly. But when I see other guys try to do that stuff and that, they're instantly perverted. It's like they already got a fucking boner in their pants before they even talk to the damn woman. And so they're like, dude, what the fuck is your problem, bro? Like, oh, she's so hot. And they talk about all this stuff, and then I'm like, yeah, she's good. I don't qualify anyone hot unless I'm sleeping with them. You're pretty. Hot is a sexual thing, not an actual, like, call for compliments. You're pretty. You're beautiful. You look good today. Stuff like that. Business saying, don't throw your horniness up front, because a lot of women, unless you're fucking really attractive looking, most women will not give you a time of day. And if they do, it's just because they want to bang you. So you can play that so-called bad boy bullshit thing. Honestly, being a bad boy has nothing to do with getting pussy. Because it's not being a bad boy. Being a man is what women want. Qualify what a man is. You work. You know how to talk. Your communications are high. You're intelligent. You're interesting to talk to. Interesting, because women can be very dull. And they can't be. That's why, they want to communicate with men. They want to talk to men because they know that they don't know what to talk about. And it's the truth. And I listen to a lot of women I work with. All I do is work with a lot of women. They have no clue what to talk about. Their shit's boring. All they do is talk about drama. They talk about men. Literally, that's all they talk about, men. Because men are interesting. Men do stuff. Why? Because you gotta be interesting. Yeah, that's it. You just gotta be interesting. So you gotta learn how to communicate. Communication is the way of getting women attracted to you. Learn how to communicate. Ugly dudes, if they know how to communicate, and it's not being suave and saying all this stuff, you just gotta be interesting. Like the basic stuff is, like I ask some people, I have a boyfriend now. I say, what kind of food do you like? And then I'll say, well, if something does happen, you do go on a date, I want to know, because I'm curious. And so, you just throw out stuff. Like, oh, do you like Chinese food? Do you like that? You gotta connect with something. It's like, I'm not trying to pick you up, I'm just, curiosity, I want to know. Because I don't know what's going to happen the next year or so. If you break up with that dude and you're single because of complications, then you know what, now it's like, oh my God, we'll go on a date. It's like, oh, go on a date to get laid. That's what most guys say. Oh, you're going to date because you get some of that booty. No, I'm going on a date because I want to compromise with them. Like, okay, what's going on? I don't care. Most guys care so much about get pussy that it becomes a nuisance. I go to the gym, I see all the time, guys are hustling these girls, and they're like, oh yeah, you're so sexy now. And then like one other girl walks by, and that girl's just as sexy. Like, oh yeah, you're sexy too. You can't do that. You stick with one thing. Women do the same thing too. You stick with one thing. Cause at the gym and I was doing some lat pull downs and I put on 50 pounds. I did it like I think it was like close to 30 times. Actually trying to use my lats, trying to get that lat to really squeeze in that shit, hurt like a bitch. And then that girl with that one guy, you know, right next to me, he was just talking, flirting up a damn storm. No, he's just like, oh, look at me, I'm skinny and all that stuff for that. Well, I'm not like 25% body fat, but see, it didn't even matter. You know why? Because I didn't pay attention to shit. I was doing my stuff and that, I was grunting because shit fucking hurt it. The thing is, I can do more than him. When you show that you have more strength than another man, which ain't hard to do because most men are weak as fuck, you would just say, you know, the guy could probably do a little bit, just maybe the same as me. Because he has to compare. And it works. I'm not even joking. That 3 kill is fucking amazing. Ah, my God. And like, it becomes hilarious. I'd even say a damn word to this girl. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. She was, you know, she was a fucking butterface. I ain't gonna lie. To me, she wasn't that attractive looking. She had a nice body and that, but the face structure wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know her personality and that, but going by just the first appearance, I was like, yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. You're definitely wanting too much attention, but yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. And I have to say, there's probably like 40 girls in that place. And probably at least 30 of them are fucking all the same. Big ass booties, big thick booties, or nice little butts, skinny waists. It's like, oh, they all look the same. That's the point, bro. They all look the same. You can't, how you gonna tell anybody apart when they all look the fucking damn same? Guys, on the other hand, all the guys look different. You wanna know why? Because it's easy to get in good shape as a woman, so all you gotta do is get a thicker butt. If you could only work out one body part, what would you work out as a woman? Your ass. That's pretty easy. I'm not going in there to look good to get women. I'm going in there to get good so I can be strong, make my job easier. And training's fun. It keeps me motivated. You know, and it is fun. It is fun to show how strong you are compared to other people. I just don't show it off because I don't give a fuck. But sure is funny though. There was one guy was doing pull-ups, but he's doing like chin-ups. He's got all kinds of biceps, but he ain't got no back. He put on 120 pounds, and all he was doing the pull down like this. I can tell you once he used his back, because his back wasn't like actually activated. So, you know, I did my little reps and that, warmed up and that. I put on 120, and I actually did with my lats. It actually felt pretty damn good. Guess what? I showed off without even noticing. I'm just sitting and lifting weights, bro. I did it on purpose. So I wanted to see how hard it was compared to how hard it was for him. And he was younger than me. Fuck, he's probably maybe barely 17. He's in good shape, and he was skinny in that. I mean, his girlfriend was hot as hell. She was a very good-looking woman. But the thing is, you know what I found out about that? She was really into him and trying to help him become a better man. She was working out with him. They were both doing the same things. And it was astounding. And honestly, I give props to men that find women like that, because that's just astounding. It's really hard. It is really hard. It's all about... It's difficult. Like, okay, to find a woman that's in good shape, I gotta be at a gym. You know, I can't just like get a girl from where I work at now and be like, hey, let's go work out. Most girls are like, oh no. No, because all the girls that I normally work with, you know, they're stoners and that, so they smoke weed. They're not ridiculously unhealthy, but they're unhealthy enough to where it's just like, they'll be unsatisfied going to the gym because people think going to the gym is all about being in good shape to begin with. Like, I love this. I don't want to go to the gym. Why? Because I don't look good enough. I work out at home, but I go to the gym because I want you to see my progress of strength. Yes, I could do stuff at home, but when I see my progress of strength increase, then I know that I'm getting stronger. And yes, so like I said, there's a lot of girls there. Tons. I went at like 6 o'clock on Tuesday. My God, there was enormous amount of women there. And they were all checking out everything inside. Everything inside. All the dudes, all the other girls and that, they were complimenting and just looking at each other and that like. And when I was all pumped up on that, man, I had so many girls looking at me and that, I didn't give two fucks. Don't. I say, if you're a brave enough soul and confident enough to come up to me, that'd be the girl I would talk to. No one does. Older women do, but not younger women, because they don't understand how attractive looking they are, because they don't get attraction. They look at Kim Kardashian, they look at all these, whores online. That's basically what they are. And they don't understand attraction. Like, well, yeah, of course you're not going to understand attraction. Because you can't compare yourself to a bunch of girls that you shouldn't compare yourself to. Good. This is what the problem is. Like, so you mean that I'm going to mornings. Not today, but tomorrow. And I'll be working, I'm guessing I'll be working 6 to 2, maybe 6 to 3. And like, every time I see people, they used to work mornings, they used to leave at 12, 1 o'clock and that. I'm like, why are you guys leaving at 1? Well, I got things I gotta do. You're losing hours, although coming at 8 o'clock and they'll work till fucking 12. You only work 4 hours. Well, I don't like working, but you ain't making no damn money. That's a problem. You got this whole entire day to do stuff before you go to work. Like, I'm practicing to get up at a certain time. So what time is it? It's 4:09 right now. I say I have to be at work at 6. I leave at 5. At 4:30, I get all my stuff ready. I get all my stuff, going in that, I like to do my stretches and shit because, I'm getting old. And I start getting all my, stuff on that. So the latest I can leave is like 5:15, maybe 5:20. Then all of a sudden, 45 minutes, 40 minutes later, 35 minutes later, depending on how fast I walk, I'll be at work. It'll be just hitting morning time. Like the sun will just be rising almost. Around like 5:40 something. So I get to see a beautiful sunset, or sunrise. And I get to go to work when it's cool outside, it's summertime. But during winter time, yeah, it's gonna be cold. But thing is, don't care. And it's gonna be pleasant. Now, obviously, I do want to get another job. I want to see if I get the job back at Hooters. So I was already talking to one of the guys up there. No, I'm just changing the fucking subject around, but gotta get it out. At QT Net, I saw one of the guys that work the mornings there, and they said that they really need help. They're hiring people in that, but no one wants to work in that. And I was like, well, why the hell did they get rid of me then? I actually enjoy working. Like, I only worked there for 3 months. Like, I just started to get a handle of the bullshit. And the dude complimented me. He's like, you were a good worker. And I'm like, thank you. Not a lot of people appreciate it. Because one of the managers there didn't like me. Motherfucker didn't like me at all. It doesn't feel like it. This is the way he talked to me. He's just like, you were an okay cook, and that basically is like, okay. Like, your lazy ass didn't do shit, bro. You sat in there staring at ass all damn day. Trying to act like, Every time I see ugly ass fucking dudes get power, they abuse it so much. Think of that. You know, that. Ugly dudes have the worst fucking self-esteem. So what do you mean by, being ugly in that? Ugliness has a lot to do with not having confidence in yourself. Anyone could be ugly. I used to think I was ugly for years. Well, anyway, so anyway, he was talking to me and that. Like, they really need workers and that. They had people that didn't want to show up on the morning shift and that. And it's like, well, shit, I don't. It's like, I don't mind working there. I enjoyed it. It was quick-paced work. Things you got free food and that. But the biggest problem is, man, you cannot flirt around with any of those girls. Some of those girls, my God, they're man haters. You literally hate men, or they despise men. Because they're crazy. This is why I don't go for looks anymore. It's not saying I don't like attraction. But some women, man, I don't know, man. There's signs you gotta look at. Some women are just crazy. You just don't talk to them. There's a girl at work and that. She's got a little bit of psychotic crap going on with her. She's a little crazy. And I stay away. I don't talk to her. I don't try to conversate with her now. I'm not saying she's not bad looking. Her body looks great. She got a nice body now, but man, she crazy. Stay away. She's a tweaker, man. She'd be like moving around and shit. She'd be like waving her hips and that, like she's rubbing her stuff on everything. And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? There's nothing wrong with me. What was that, Dave Chappelle do the crackhead thing? What the fuck's wrong with this? That's a red flag. Might as well take that red flag, put it right on her forehead. Like, there you go. What's that for? Because you're crazy. And I'm telling everyone to stay away from you. That's not funny. Yeah, it is. Because maybe you look at yourself in the mirror and like, maybe I am crazy. Yeah, there's rules and regulations with how you act. 100%. When you act like a damn moron, and I'm not saying that her, I'm saying people in general, you'll find out soon enough that you are a moron. It's crazy as hell. Absolutely. But yeah, it is. Practice it, guys. When you talk to a girl now, ask just easy, simple questions. It's like, how you doing? If they're attracted to you, they'll instantly talk to you. That's how you know if a girl's attracted to you. Their eyes turn towards you, they'll probably give you a smirk or a smile, they'll do some type of thing. But I don't know why women aren't taught how to get men the right way. They're taught to, hey girls, you know how you get a man? How you do that? Throw your ass right in his face. They act like we're dogs. No, I'm not fucking a dog. Because I know dogs do that, because I got a female dog and my male dog, a female dog, when she's excited, she always throws her ass in his face. Not saying they're the same, but yes, they do that. not right, but like it's not like they're like sitting around and like no, they do a lot of bent over shit. Yeah, don't do that. Stay away. Stay away. Just like look away. I tell a girl at the gym, like if I walk by and she's like, "Oh, I dropped my son," like I just keep staring forward. That makes them attract you way more than sitting and looking at the book going, "Hey, baby, you looking good." No, man, don't do that. That shit don't work. This ain't the 70s, bro. That shit don't work. It don't work. Guys taught wrong too. Guys have been all taught wrong. You guys are just as fucking stupid as the other person. Yeah, how you approach a woman that you gotta be a gentleman in that, but as you don't give into the psychological emotion of part of it. That's it. Because once you get into that emotional one, then girls are boom, they already know. I already know. That's how they're trained. They're trained to know what to look for. They don't tell you that. They tell you the opposite. Why? Because it chases the men away that they don't want. So if a woman says, "Oh, I like nice guys," I'm like, bullshit. You call it out. I call it out. I'm like, you're so full of shit. They're like, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know I'm right because I ain't no nice guy, so I called you out." Instant attraction. Does it work? Yeah, I've done it before. It works. No, they always say like, "Oh yeah, I like when guys do this, do that for me," and like, no, you're so full of shit. And they'll be like, "Because I already know." I'm dead fucking serious. Yeah. I listen to it so much, it's so pathetic. Yeah, like... It's fucking... It's priceless. It is so funny. Because you need to talk about what they actually like. So you like guys with red flags. You like guys that, don't throw out so much emotion. They don't give you mass attention 24/7. You like what you call peekaboo attention. It's like off and on attention. Because then inside a woman's mind, they want to think that you're thinking of them. And then once that gets qualified, like if she's like texting you and asking you how your day's doing, it's like, "Oh, I'm doing good. Let's play video games tonight." Like, "Oh, cool." And they'll do hint words. This is what guys don't actually know. They do hint words. They'll talk to you. They'll say certain things. Like they say, "How's your day doing?" The honest truth is, they're probably saying, "Oh, do you miss me?" Some girls are up front, some girls aren't. Most times girls are up front. Guys don't like that. See how it works? Guys don't like it. If a girl asks you, like, "Oh, do you miss me?" Guess what? I will not pay attention to you. I'm like, nope. Because you want the person to be able to say it without completely, utterly asking the question up front. If someone asks you how you're doing, it's saying, how do you feel about me? How do you feel about me and you? That's basically what it is. So if you catch hint of that, you'll talk with you, "Oh, I'm playing video games tonight, And for her, it's like, "Oh, that's cool, blah, blah, blah." And you get a conversation, I know. You might call her and talk to her for like 15 minutes and that. Because the real reason why you talk to someone is to get them to hang out with you. Talk in person. Talk for 15 minutes and that, and then you ask her, "Do you want to hang out? Let's go do something." Getting on board playing video games. Her dopamine goes through the fucking roof. Because that's validation. That's basically, you're validating to her, saying like, "Oh, let's go hang out," which means that you're attracted to her in some way to get her to want to be with you. It's the easiest thing in the book, and women love this. They get all excited, and the first thing they do, they go through the list. I gotta put makeup on, I gotta get a dress, I gotta look, I don't know what he likes, but maybe I'll dress casual in that, maybe look a little cute in that. And guys just like sitting there still playing video games. The chick is watching that, it's like, "Oh, man, it should be over here in like a couple hours." Because we already know, man already knows you're going to take a couple hours. You know, and then she's like, oh, I'm almost ready. And you'd be like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, don't worry about it, you know, like, okay. Let it go like crap and that. No. And yeah, the girls do is they'll pick my ass up and take me where the fuck I want to go. And they'll be all like, oh. And that's why you always want to compliment a woman. This is where you get massive points. When you first see one, if you know girls dress up for you, not saying to get their fucking hair massively done. Then normally if it's a quick notice like that, it's only like simple makeup and that. They might have some like booty shorts they want to wear, or they want to wear something that looks more revealing towards you. This is where clothes matter with a woman. 100%. Oh, God. Oh. Women want you to notice something. So, like, okay, then she comes over and that, saying that she's wearing a nice little shirt. She got her hair in a bun and that. She combed it out, you know. She might got some little bit of, like, she might took a shower and got some good conditioner in her hair and that. Her hair's really smooth and flowing and blah, blah, blah. You know, she's got her favorite bra on, you know, probably a push-up bra, make her boobs look a little bigger and that, because, you know, that's important. Either wearing shorts, or maybe she's being classy. Maybe she put on a skirt. Girls put on a fucking skirt nowadays. They're attracted to you. Most women do not wear skirts. If she's wearing like a little skirt and that, yeah, that girl definitely wants to get laid. 100%. 100%. Oh, they'll wear like the tightest jeans they can wear, or really tight ass shorts. But sometimes they don't want to throw out too fast, because it's just like with me in that they know how I am in that. I would already know. No woman wants to be called out to say they look like a hoe, especially when they like a guy. Not saying that they are, but being called out like that for a guy like me that just like I don't mind doing stuff like that. Attraction's great. But the excitement of the communication is good. I'm an Aquarius. Zodiacs matter. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. All these dumb fucking guys on the internet say, Zodiacs don't matter, spiritual stuff don't matter. All that stuff matters. Women use that as an excuse for their bullshit when they talk about, you know, oh, why don't guys like me? Okay, we already know you use bullshit. That's fine. But the truth is, it matters. So when I look at my zodiac sign, I look at the personality of a zodiac, of Aquarius. I love knowledge. The biggest person that I'm going to be attracted to is a Gemini. Why? Because Geminis are the same thing. Their grasp for knowledge is very high. They like to have communication with people. They like to talk about things. They like to be open-minded. They're more open-minded. They're more bold. So when a woman's more bold and they're more upfront, I will be monstrally fucking attracted to it. So like there was one girl, and one girl only up at Hooters, that I was monstrously attracted to. She was good looking. She was pretty nice. Her body was nice, all that stuff, and blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying. You know, I got a whole bunch of girls in the room. They all look almost the same. But she was the one I was fully blown wanting to get with. I mean, our arousal rating was through the fucking roof. Because of her personality. Her body looked good, but her personality is what sparked that interest. Because that means if I have a conversation with her, I could be myself around her. And she'll like it. She'll get a conversation with me about things. She could be sitting there like, don't you like my boobs? No, I don't give it. No, she's got boobs too. Well, mine look better. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay, didn't get in that room. I just got fucking lost. Oh, there's a switch somewhere. I gotta get the switch. But yeah, but the only reason why I was attracted to this girl now because she actually defended me, and she actually, was giving me the sort of satisfaction. And I ain't gonna lie, she sat on a bar stool, and her butt was hanging out. I ain't gonna lie, I never felt so aroused my whole entire damn life. Like I was just blown away. My heart rate was racing. Normally doesn't happen, especially at my age. I was like 32 then. Heart rate was racing that, and honestly, I couldn't control myself. It was really fucking annoying. I felt like I was in heat. Like it was ridiculous. I was so attracted to this woman. And the shitty thing is, she had a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, whatever. I didn't do nothing. I didn't try to talk to her about it. It was just like, it was like a test run. So yes, when guys are full blowing, always horny, you're not actually having a good arousal. You just look at something, you turn off your brain. You're just like, all I think about is, my dick, basically. But man, like me, and my brain's always switched on. It is really hard for me to get into that sort of fantasy bullshit, or get into that kind of mood, unless something's just full blown attraction. Well, that's what it is. And she probably was a Gemini, because the way she was talking to that. Now, if I found anyone else like that, maybe a couple, but I think a girl from Taco Bell was a Gemini too. Because the way she was acting, that she was very bold and upfront and shit like that. So I found out what I'm attracted to. Well, zodiacs don't matter. Well, evidently they do. And all I say is most people that are Geminis and that, I'm gonna look this shit up right now. It's really weird how stuff works, but it works like that. Me, as I can attract to anyone, but yeah, no one cares about this shit. Burst tone. I'm gonna look at that fucking damn light. Personality this is the personality. Highly intelligent and creative. They don't like to be instructed what to do. No. While they can be social, they are not likely to they're more likely not to be in a social interaction unless they truly want to. Aquariuses are ideal people, never suffering. Okay. Highly compatible. Aquariuses, Geminis, Libras, Sagittarius. The weakness of Aquarius is hard-headedness. Yep, I like to be a dick. Who are they attracted to? close. This is the soulmate. Soulmate sign, Gemini. It says, when Aquarius finds someone has a thirst of knowledge as themselves, they cannot resist but to fall in love with them. Gemini is one of the signs which makes Aquarius best match because of their thirst for intellect. Lines with their level of intelligence are also matched. Here's the one thing that I like. It says, why are most Aquariuses single? Let's throw this shit out here. As much as you love the idea of a relationship, you find it more pleasing to stay alone and do not want anyone to disturb your peace. Like, fucking go away. That is so true, though. Yeah. Is why you have a lot of friends but no love persuasion. Yeah. Of course, Aquariuses are famous for their loyalty. So if you actually take this stuff to heart, you will start to realize and find out like certain things about yourself that you'd be like, oh, that must be true then. Because you are like that. Especially you do the Chinese zodiac. Chinese zodiac's fucking awesome. My Chinese zodiac is pretty cool. It's called the Golden Horse. I was born in 1990 between it was like a week or two of like January 20 something to January or February 9th or something like that. And it says fast, bold, sturdy. You know, because there's different kinds of horses in that. Everyone wants to be a lion, but the lion itself is not the most important. All the zodiacs have their importance. And I get people don't look at it from that perspective. But when you do look at it from that perspective and you actually see yourself and how you are, it's amazing. It's utterly amazing. Because then you're just like, oh yeah, I am that. Okay, so now I can work on this and that, this and that. Oh, this is why I don't like certain people. That's the honest truth. That's the reason why I don't like certain people. And then you go to the gospel, you go to the Bible. The Bible says a lot of stuff, and God was talking about like jealousy. It said, do not hang around with someone that's jealous, negative, or angry, because you're gonna put bad influence on you. Because, especially jealousy, because they want you to be more miserable than them, which is what you call bullying. So if there's anyone in your group of friends that's like that likes to use you, even a woman, and sits there and use you in that, stop being friends with them. Get the courage to tell them no. Block them for your phone. See, the thing is, you want emotional satisfaction. Emotional satisfaction doesn't come from anybody but yourself. Someone can say, good job today, makes you feel better. But I already know I do a good job. Now, if someone compliments my ass on it, I'll be like, thank you, I would be appreciative. I will get a positive influence. My dopamine levels will go up a little bit. But people always ask me, why are you so pleasant and so positive all the time? Why is life, I say, well, as long as I'm getting paid, I really don't give a shit. As long as I'm making some sort of income that's going to satisfy my life for what I have now, then everything else doesn't matter. All these emotional things, I have not a lot of friends. I'm a leader, not a follower. This is why when you get two personalities of some sort, clashes. It's like me and my manager guy and that. The dude he finally came out and gave me a fucking fist bump after 2.5 months of working together. He finally gave me a fist bump and say, "Yo, you did a really good job today." I'm like, "Thank you." So did you. The thing, and then I went to morning. I'm like, "Oh, you probably did because I'm going to morning." But obviously I'm going to morning because I can't. I don't like working around someone that doesn't have the attitude that I have. We're all working together. I hate that shit. We're like, you work with someone else, they're always like jealous of you. They feel uncomfortable around you, and you don't say a fucking word to them. All because traction of women. And I'm just saying, I ain't trying to do anyone. I start talking. So, older lady or not. If I go up to an old lady, she gives me a big old smile and she's checking out my fat ass, that ain't her day. I don't have to say anything. I just go up to her, "Hey, how you doing?" And she'll blink her eyes at me, and probably 80 years old, getting aroused over my ass. My job's done. That's what happiness is. You don't have to do much of anything. If you're a confident male and you're out there working that, I don't know how many times I've been told, "Are you the manager?" I'm like, "No, I'm just dishwasher." And they basically said, "Why the fuck you not the manager?" Because we already got a manager, and he's not here right now. He'll be outside smoking and be fucking like in La La Land or whatever that is. I say, "Hey, you know what? He does what the fuck he wants to do. If customers want to say something, that's up to them." That happened to me so many times in that. And this one girl came in. She was an eco engineer. She was part of the pest fucking control thing. And she's a Jesus person, that just like I am. I believe in the Creator and Jesus Christ and all that stuff. And that I know that He died for our sins. That's it. All the other biblical shit, some of it's kind of shady because it was put in there for bullshit reasons. I believe in 10 Commandments. I think they're the easiest laws to follow. If you can't follow simple laws, then you're just a fucking idiot. And so me and her, we clashed, and we knew damn well that we were both spiritual people. So we started talking about it. I said, "Look, like I met you before." She said, "No, I never seen you before." I was like, "Oh, now I know why." Because we both are spiritually, bound with the same thing. We both know that we were created by someone that's more powerful than us, and we clash with spirits. It's called spirit clashing. You just know that person's like that. Can't get that from a Glover. Ain't gonna lie. You can't get that from a Glover. Glovers don't know what to believe because that shit's it never makes sense. Be dead serious. That's why everyone hates each other now. I bet you if everyone was a flat earther and they believed in Creator, we would be all on the same page. Guess what? These people trying to control us couldn't control anything. We would already know all the knowledge. You'd be like, "You're so foolish." Everyone would turn off their news and probably stop watching the news. The whole news industry will go down. Is that motherfucker hitting me? Who is that? Is that you? Okay. The whole industry will go down. They stop making money. Look at Bud Light. Bud Light's about to be bankrupt. They lost like $40 billion. Target's the same way. They lost over like $25 billion. They're losing all kinds of money in that because we control it. So like, enough about that bullshit. Anyway, so me and this, she was older like that. I think she was like 50 something that. And she told me one thing that I truly believe in. She says, when people worry about money too much, they never actually get the things they want. So like, if you don't worry about money and you worry about how you are as a person, you worry about how hard you're working. Like, I don't worry about my paycheck. I'm getting paid tomorrow. I'll probably get paid roughly about $400. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, let's go spend it." No, I'm not actually. I got to give $300 to my dad. But like, I don't think about it. Like, I probably spend maybe about $100 a week on buying QT shit, and sometimes I spend less depending on how I feel. And it depends on what food's at home. Oh, yeah, that dragon fruit tastes good. But like, yeah, this is how things work. So if you put your head all in the money now, well, being wealthy is not bad. God never said you couldn't be wealthy. Wealthiness is good. It's how you use that wealth. So the biggest thing with a lot of people is they'll sit there and they'll like oh man, it's gonna look dumb. Damn. A lot pistachios. Eat a lot of pistachios. God, fucking nuts. Pistachios. There we go. Eat a lot of pistachios. We'll go with the one I just said. I heard they're extremely good for you, so I've been buying them at QT. I buy 2 of them for $8. I said, that's such a waste of money. But this stuff's healthy as hell. Like, it's a full meal in itself. You eat 2 of them, you pretty much have all your protein in for that meal. When I bought the honey roasted ones, or the chili roasted ones, and they were so spicy. Super, super salty and spicy. So I had to put them in water, and I had to rinse them out multiple times and that. It was so, like... But I ate them all. I feel pretty good. But anyway, was I talking to that one girl? So anyway, me and her clashed about the money thing in there. We're talking about, she's like, I got a better job in that because I didn't worry about the money. Now all I focused on was working hard. Number 1, you will get paid more if you work harder. Not lesser, harder. If you work harder and you constantly work hard, you will get paid more. It's just you have to be notified that you're working hard. This is where people and managers and other people have to get together. So one of the girls that was a manager, she's a manager off and on, she's at a manager at another store or whatever it is. She comes in and she talked to my GM about how I work. She said he works really good and that he's out there, he's doing dishes and that. He's doing DoorDash and that after he's done with dishes and that. And she's like, and basically saying, oh, wow, so when I asked for a raise, she's like, I'll give you a raise. Even though it wasn't a raise, it was just how much money else gets paid, but like whatever. To me, it was a raise. And so these new guys that come in and that, I'm just like, okay, I want to become a shift lead, for instance, because the work that I do, I know I can swing it over and do that just fine. I can easily become a manager, because the manager we have now is, the dude's such a hit and miss. I look at why I disagree with some things he does that, because I know that is not how you should be. Leader does not enforce their power over an employee because they want to use their bullshit excuse of saying manager's always right. You're so full of shit because most managers are fucking dumb. Only the good ones, you could just tell they know they are a leader because they lead. They may not like it. You're at work. But anywho, before I get going on this, I gotta blow ass. Woo! Damn, man. I'm gonna shit my pants. Sorry, I'm watching MASH. Watching this anime, it's fucking hilarious. It's like One Punch Man anime. MASH is like a delusional, like, blank-minded person. Okay, make sure I watch my. Don't forget that it likes to go a long way. Okay. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, the money thing, yeah. So my goal for this year is to keep the job that I have now for this whole entire year. I have to make close to, I would say, about close to $400, just about $400 a week. That'd be $1,600 a month. So the way I'm going is, I think it was 38 hours was like, say, $450. So like it'd be 35 to 34 hours would be about $400. That's what I'm looking at. So now, like I said, am I constantly be getting that? No, I will not be constantly getting that. But I noticed that I will be getting more than I normally got. So right now on that, I'll be going. I probably work about 6 to 2. So 4 days of that would be 32 hours, give or take. And then on Monday, I'll probably have to work a little bit more just because we don't have someone on that day. So I don't think that she's going to come in, but if she does come in, then she does come in. The other dishwasher, because she's going to be working 5 days a week, like I was, but she'll be working less hours. So I don't know if she's going to come in or not for all 5 days. She took quite a few days off, just randomly, which is not good. Yeah, she just takes days off. Like, she won't even call in, she just won't show up. And honestly, it's like the worst thing ever. It's because she doesn't know how to speak English that well. Like, okay, she's a sweetheart and that she does work really good. If you come into our country, you have to learn how to speak fucking English. I don't give a shit what anybody says. You are coming into a country that speaks a language. You have to at least know the common language of our language. Like, if you don't know these things, then that's a problem. Where's that? There it is. Okay. Up here. Okay. I remember this game was pretty cool. You know what sucks being unbrainwashed? I mean, life is a little bit more exciting now, but playing these games tonight, it doesn't feel the same. But this is probably one of my favorite games to play. I do like this game quite a bit. I would say Killing Floor is really good. Which it is, but Killing Floor itself is like... it's almost the same as this. No way. I like stuff back then, though. Water. I think I'm gonna go to QT and give me some donuts. I think I'm gonna do that. These pretzels are stale. Okay. Water. I'm gonna get some donuts. I'm gonna go for a little walk, kind of. I think it's almost morning time. It's almost 5 o'clock. Let's see where it's gonna be at. I don't think it's any morning time just yet. Okay, it's becoming morning. Okay. It's 5 o'clock. I'm probably going to work, right? Okay. So we'll be right back. I'll get some stuff. I already ate breakfast, but I didn't have any carbs. A lot of carbs today. I just had like 4 eggs and a lot of salt, pepper, garlic, and that. So I already had my shot of apple cider vinegar because my stomach was a little upset. That stuff works like a charm. Suggest everybody take at least 1 tablespoon of that stuff every day, and it will change your life. Doesn't cost that much. If I spend maybe like $7 on a big ass bottle of it, I think it's like a half liter. Whatever it is. Anyway, I'll be right back. Yellow. I'm back. Got my next meal. Got some donuts. I got some, I might save the donuts for later, I don't know yet. Gotta keep on eating proteins and shit. Ugh. Oh, man. What we're gonna do is ha.
Dating in your 20s. The difference is that in your 20s, you date. In your 30s, you don't.
Yeah, and that technique we get a look at me. Or kiss me on the mouth.
Ha!
And what do we call a man with money that tries to control you? Daddy.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Women Hating. We're the fit a decent men in LA. In Ohio, I just stayed away from them because why would I want to date someone in Ohio?
Well, I'm not, girlfriend. All the men in LA are fake. So bad. And why would I go after them?
Yeah, guys, it's weird that she says this when her face is full of makeup and Botox.
Man, I'm Ohio. They're just so cool.
We're the fit a decent men in LA. In Ohio, I just stay away from them because why would I date someone in Ohio?
There is no one authentic in Los Angeles.
Ha!
Everybody is fake. And she's like, am I the only real one here?
Okay, listen. There's no way I'm this hot. This hot and single. There's no reason. So taking boyfriend applications for sweater weather, fall season.
Simp applications. That's what she means.
Yes. We're taking husband application.
No one cares.
I can barely keep up these days. I'm noticing this shift that is different from dating a
This girl's like, I look so hot. Look at me. Yeah, you got an ass like every other girl has. Well, but I'm hot. Where's my man at? It doesn't matter how hot you are. It's your personality. Like what I was talking about at the beginning of my stream. It's your personality. All these girls are all hot. They're all got big, juicy booties. They all got push-up bras on. This girl's literally a prime example. I'm at the club. I'm hot. Yeah, you'll get attention from guys that never got laid before or guys that love the way you look. But see, like guys like me, I don't give a shit. I see that. I see girls like that every day. Exactly my point.
20s versus dating in my 30s, and I think it's just changing with the times. In my 20s, after a first date, I would typically hear from a guy the night of or the next day, and they would try and initiate plans for a second date, or just let me know directly if it wasn't a fit. Whatever the case, they were the first ones to kind of get back.
In your 20s, you had a lot more options. And now in your 30s, you don't have the same options. And the man that you want don't want you back. That's why maybe they don't seem so interested.
To me. And now in 2023, 2022, what I'm noticing is that the guys don't say anything.
You rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
It's like it's delusional. Anything anyone tells her.
Well, it's probably because I'd say the reason would be
I want a bunch of beta orbiters and sims spawning over me.
if you're dating in your 30s, you have 3 because
Who's it? How the hell don't you have a good man in your life? I say me, but I'm too old and I'm married. Here's a question someone asked.
I'd say
the reason would be...
I want a bunch of beta orbiters and sims spawning under me.
If you're dating in your 30s, you have three options, okay? Number one is a 22-year-old that's got mommy issues and thinks he's got to skip to Earth. No, thank you. Number two is the 30-year-old, you know, the same age as you, that is so traumatized from his past relationship that he ain't got shit to give, so what's the point of that?
As I said before, if you're a man and you understand female nature, you can't be traumatized, because anything a woman has done to you in the past, now because of red pill channels, now because you understand women's nature, you understand why she did that. So how can you be traumatized? It's like, yeah, oh, she did that, yeah, well, of course, she's a woman. You understand why she did that.
Yeah, exactly.
So how can you be traumatized?
I love this shit.
And number three, you've got your 40 to 50-year-old men that you think, oh, maybe they have their shit together, they know what they want. No, because they're so traumatized from their divorce because their ex-wife cheated on them that they're out looking.
Of course, ma'am, we're all traumatized, but you swear like 10 times in a minute. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't want to be with a woman like that?
They're partying like they're 18 again. I quit.
I love these guys.
I can't take my eyes off my eyes.
My go-to is
What the
my
fuck is wrong with
How
you?
dramatic reduced redness. And look at the difference.
No one cares.
Hello, handsome. Does that work? Is that really all we have to do? Just saw a video by another creator, I'm gonna tag him in the comments, that says, if that's all a woman says, just hello, handsome. The guy brain will take that and run with it. Is that true, guy?
No, ma'am, that works only if you're the right woman for him. A guy that doesn't vet a woman properly is just a simp. Stop being simps, guys. Stop being simps.
Guys,
Yeah.
is that really how easy it is? I mean, there's a first time for everything, but I feel like maybe sometimes women have been overcome.
This woman says, if a girl goes up to a guy, any girl, they don't say, they're not specific. If any girl goes up to a guy, I love it, it says, hey, handsome, that's basically what you're saying. And honestly, she's a good looking woman. She's very pretty. Yeah, all those men will fall for you. I might instantly fall for you. So is it that easy? Hell no! Ah! I don't give a shit if you're fucking the hottest thing in the world. You came up to me and you say, hey, don't you like my ass? I'd be like, yeah, it looks like that girl's over there. I would not give a fuck because it's so stupid. You gotta try harder. Learn how to speak to people, first of all.
Kidding, this whole attraction. Is that possible?
Where the hell do y'all be finding these men that are obsessed with you? Good fathers?
By the way, guys, she is a single mother. Just remember that.
I'm gonna let you guys in on top secret information.
9 times out of 10, they're behind a gaming PC.
Where the hell do y'all be finding these men that are obsessed with you? Good fathers?
Well, the good men are out there working hard, building their empire, and looking for a woman who can respect them, give them peace, provide a tranquil environment for them.
Woo!
How many times did I say, guys, peace is the most important?
This woman had it dead on. She said, man is trying to... So you roll the men. Men are trying to build their empire, trying to make money, trying to make a lifestyle for themselves, trying to make their life better by working really hard and trying to do exercise, all that stuff and that. You know, they want you to be peaceful. Like, if I had a woman come into my life, and she's very argumentative, I'd be like, get the fuck out. As soon as you argue with me, I'm like, I don't need that. Bloop. That's why I don't date. Now, if a girl comes in, and she's peaceful, and she's cool, she's interested in stuff like doing that, she's like, oh, I like to try that game out. She plays the game, and they're like, oh, I see how you think this is pretty cool. Start interacting with me, start lifting weights with me, and that, start doing stuff that I like to do and that, and vice versa. The biggest thing is, this is what I think. When I say, women aren't really that interesting, because most women aren't that interesting. Every time I talk to any woman in my whole entire life, they always will listen to me because I'm interesting. I talk about stuff that's interesting. Everyone wants to get in on the conversation and talk about things that they know based upon what I'm talking about. Guess what? They will. The biggest thing is, you ever ask a woman a question about what they like? Most times they don't even. They're like, "What do you mean?" They're boring. Women are just boring. That's all I can say. Women are just boring. Maybe a couple of girls are, actually interesting because they play games tonight. They're dorky. They go on Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. Most women are just fucking boring. Like, there's no excitement. Like, well, I look good. Okay. You can have a good conversation. It's like, yeah. Here's my own personal truth. This is funny.
It doesn't matter if she's Miss America. If she doesn't bring you peace, the relationship will last.
Support them and give them affection.
Where the hell do y'all find these men that are obsessed with you? Good fathers?
Hi, it's the nerds. The real ones. The ones who play D&D. They were in the rope.
Did she look for the nerds when she was in her 20s? No, she only looked for the nerds in her 30s.
Robotics Club. They competed in Science Olympiad.
Where the hell do y'all find these men that are obsessed with you? Good fathers?
Get you a short king. Because they are so often overlooked, women always want the tall guy, over 6 foot. These short guys will treat you like a princess.
It's not undecided.
I get that you have problems if you're not that tall, guys. I get it. It's hard in the dating market. But just because a woman gives you attention and you didn't have attention for a long time doesn't mean you have to be a simp.
It's time to start taking Hinge more seriously because I realised I'm going to end up my own with 10 cats if I'm not careful. I'll redo my whole profile, new pics, thinking I'm going to get so many boyfriends, I'm going to have to whittle it down. 10 minutes goes by. Suddenly, someone likes me. Go on, he's cute, he's tall. Perfect man. Start thinking dating apps are so bad. What was I thinking? I scroll, and it says, I go crazy girl. I'm thinking football, cars, cute ass toes. Cute ass toes.
Stars of the WNBA are bringing it this season.
Give me some of that. Some of that. Give me some of that.
No.
Cute ass toes. So let's go get a cat.
They call her the cat.
It's time to date when you're 30. Yeah, it's hard.
Anybody want to tell me where this man found the balls to look me dead in the face and say, I'm just not in the right headspace to be in a relationship right now, but I want you to wait until I'm ready? Woo! You go again. Woo!
I don't date men born after 1980. This is it. It's not up for discussion. I'm not gonna sit down with somebody.
I'm born in 1987. I'm so glad I'm not your target, ma'am.
And have him tell me, I want you to wear sweatpants and come play video games with me for our first date. No, that's like the equivalent of me being like, I want you to come over and let me put makeup on you and fake lashes. What are we doing here? Like, no, I'm not. This isn't up for discussion. Like, guys born after 1980, there's something off. Like, they'll drive 2 hours and 30 minutes to, go fishing with their buddies, but they will not drive 15 minutes to have lunch with a girl who will potentially do you-know-what for them.
Yes, because nowadays men have realized that women aren't worth it anymore. You're all looking for traditional men. Not gamers, not guys that go fishing. You want the gentleman, the traditional man. But you're no longer traditional women. So what does that guy get out of it? What?
So, yeah, I'm good with that. If you're born before 1980, hit me up.
I'm telling you guys, it is so discouraging being single sometimes because it's especially on here, the pool of people and men that I see, everything from just like super shallow, who super misogynistic, view women in horrible ways.
That's the problem. If we tell women the truth, we are called misogynist. Just because I'm trying to tell other men how women are, women's nature, doesn't mean I'm a misogynist. I have a girlfriend. I don't hate women.
View relationships as transactional. It's just so upsetting.
That's funny, because relationships were transactional always. Hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, it was always transactional. You've been watching The Notebook too much, ma'am.
Are there any good people left? I mean, I know there are, but there's just like not that many. I just like start to feel like I'm losing all my faith in humanity.
Really? So everything that you see on the news, everything that the left does, doesn't make you lose hope? But the dating scene does. Interesting, really interesting.
I don't know.
Oh, you guys probably heard that. But calmly gonna have to say, this bitch is crazy. Where's that sticky note? Hey, give me that sticky note here. Yeah, right. Crazy bitch on it. Okay, give me a sticky note. Hey, there you go. Oh, that looks really nice. What does it say? Don't worry about it. You don't need to know because you don't know anyway. But everyone else needs to know so they can stay away from you. She'll pull it off like, I'm crazy, and she'll go crazy. I'm just making a joke. That shit's funny. It's like, you crazy? Oh, God.
I've been told my whole life that I need to get like a thicker skin.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I've tried really hard to get like a thicker skin.
Nope, you're too emotional.
But my skin is so thin.
Yes, ma'am, we all know women are more emotional. And as hard as you will try, you can't be more logical. You will still remain emotional. That's why you make TikToks videos like this.
It's like this, all of this awfulness just like really affects me. I just hate it. Can anyone like show me something good, or positive, or kind, or...
This woman's in her 30s, probably late 30s. She's like, oh my God, you want to show me anything positive? You watch the news too much, probably why you're brainwashed. And you watch all that stuff, and the news has to be right. Everyone's dying. All that shit's staged, by the way. There's like so much staged bullshit. That's why I'm not voting anymore. Fuck every single holiday. It's all made up. Fuck Thanksgiving. Fuck Christmas. Halloween's my favorite holiday. Why? Because Halloween's fucking awesome. Fuck all the other holidays. Memorial Day, I can sympathize with the soldiers. Everything else, fuck it. Halloween, Memorial Day. I'm damn well ain't gonna vote, because when we try to vote fucking last 4 years, we got the dumbest president we ever had, and guess what? Because shit does not work. It's telling you it does not work. They're put in office no matter what we do. Stop voting. Work more. Make more money in that. Secure your neighborhood in that. Secure your humanity. These people in power, they don't. I hear all this all the time. Oh, what about the southern border? They do absolutely fucking nothing. Like, wow, we got all these people dying from fentanyl poisoning, and they ain't doing jack shit but talking. Sometimes you get people go down there. They'll wave their hands and that. We can do it. No, what we do is we stop voting for these motherfuckers. And eventually the system's going to fall because guess what? Why they're going to put people in? But people do brainwash. That's why you get, poor, beautiful women like this. They're so into the emotional, psychological ring, and they have no idea why they're upset. I don't want to make fun of anyone that has emotional problems, because I had gargantuan emotional problems. You know what made me feel better? Stop giving a fuck. Literally, I don't care. If I know someone doesn't like me, like, cool. Positive beats negative every single time. I haven't had anyone ever compliments me on my job besides maybe a couple, maybe one or two employees every once in a while. It's always me giving out this positive hoorah. Every once in a while people do compliment me, and I like it. That's the point. If someone can do 100 push-ups, other men are like, oh, no, you cheated, you're on steroids. Nah, I compliment. I'm like, that's hard to do, brother. Good job. It pushes me to want to do it. And then all of a sudden I can do 100. If all men can do 100 straight up push-ups in a row, all men will be fucking strong as hell. We all be fucking fit. But we don't do that. It doesn't take long. If you push up every second, that's 100 seconds. Shit, that's a minute and a half. Or a minute and 40. That's not a long time.
Or with morals and integrity.
Nobody talks about the fact that when you're done healing, it's nearly impossible to date because you see red flags in everybody. You see so many things that you're not willing to compromise because you actually trust your intuition and you can see when things are an issue.
Seeing the red flags is a good thing. That avoids you from a lot of headaches. I don't get it. Why is seeing the red flags a bad thing?
With people that you won't be able to get over later on in the relationship. So you don't allow your feelings to get in the way of logic. You just cut it off before it even gets to that.
Good, that's good. You should always be logical, not emotional. That's what I've been telling you guys from the start.
Point. And then on top of that, you realize how many people aren't actually working on themselves and are just seeking shallow connection.
Okay, so then pass on to the next. What's the problem? You see the red flag, you go for the next. I don't get it. What's the big problem? So much victimhood, guys. So much victimhood here.
Like, they're not looking to improve themselves as a partner. They think they're perfectly fine.
No one